solving a triangle when you're given side, side, side. If you're given three sides, you want to solve for the angle that's opposite of your largest side so that you can see if you have an obtuse angle or not. So in solving for the longest side here is B. So I'm going to use B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times the cosine of angle B. Okay, so substituting for B, I have 35 squared. That's equal to A, which is 28 squared, plus C, which is 17 squared, minus 2 times A, which is 28, times C, which is 17, times the cosine of angle B. All right, so we're going to clean this up a little bit. 35 squared is 1,225. That's equal to, if I combine 28 squared plus 17 squared, I get 1,073 minus 2 times 28 times 17 gives you 952 times the cosine of angle B. Okay, so I'm trying to get cosine B on a side by itself. If I go ahead and subtract 1,073 from both sides, that allows 1,073 to move away, and 1,225 minus 1,073 is 152. That's going to be equal to negative 952 cosine of angle B. Now to get cosine by itself, I need to divide both sides by negative 952. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to leave that the way it is. But what we are going to do is move my cosine. So I'm just going to rewrite this so you see it beforehand. I have 152 over 952, and that's negative. That's equal to the cosine of B. Now, in order for me to solve for angle B, I have to take the inverse cosine of both sides. And by taking the inverse cosine on the right-hand side, I'm going to get angle B all by itself. Inverse cosine of negative 152 divided by 952, angle B comes out to be approximately 99.19 degrees. So here you do see we have an obtuse angle, meaning angle A and angle C have to come out to be acute angles, because at most you can have is one obtuse angle on a triangle. So now that I have angle B, I've got to solve for either A or C, and I can use my law of sines. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for A. We're going to set this up, sine of angle A over side A, which is 28. That has to be equal to sine of angle B, because that's the one we have, and that's 99.19 degrees, all over side B, and side B was 35. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the 28 to the other side so that you have sine of A is equal to 28 times the sine of 99.19 degrees all over 35. And then in order for me to get A by itself, you take the inverse sine to the other side. So I have the inverse sine of 28 times the sine of 99.19 degrees all over 35. Okay, so when you punch this in, A is going to come out to be approximately 52.16 degrees. Now that I have angle A and I have angle B, we're going to find angle C by taking 180 degrees and subtracting the sum of 99.19 plus 52.16 degrees. And angle C comes out to be approximately 28.65 degrees. So you've solved for all three of your angles after you were given all three of your sides. This was the first example of solving a triangle given three sides.